The Nespresso Vertuo Pot Plus unboxing. Let me go ahead and say my wife is going to hate that you see the little chips and stuff in the paint on the cabinet. We are in the process of hopefully remodeling the kitchen. Oops, you might have just seen some dirty dishes in the sink. It is what it is. But let's look at the Nespresso Vertuo Pop Plus compact coffee machine, Machina a Cafe Compacte. All right. One thing that I noticed automatically, I'm knocking stuff off of the fridge here. One thing I noticed automatically, which may mean nothing to you, but bro, it means something to me. Check this out. Who does this? Who puts a tab to make this easy to pull out? That's the first time I've seen that ever. Okay, Nespresso is on it when it comes to branding. This is their one of their lowest end products that you can purchase, right, for the home. Yet they still stuck with hey, this is something you would expect on something you spend a lot of money on. Hello. I dig it. All right. Now let's open this bad boy up and see what's going on. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. You got your little pamphlets here. That's good to look at first. All right. You've got, what do we got here? This looks like, we'll see, right? Then we're going to pull this out. Boom. We're going to drop that on the ground. I don't see anything important in it. All right. I know this is our water reservoir. Now let's, boom, we've got it out. Let's see what we got here. We know that this water reservoir clicks into here. Pretty simple. I like it. Boom. I like that. I personally like being able to see the water reservoir. I know that often the reservoir will be tucked behind the back. I do not like that. I want to see the water reservoir. That's what's going into my coffee. All right, this should be the drip tray. Let me see. Screen was looking a little glary. So this should be my drip tray. I could read some instructions, but I'm a man. So this is probably important, okay? So you've got two different levels here for setting your little coffee cup. That's good to have. Very simple. I'm not mad at simple. I just don't want crap, okay? Boom, boom. We're gonna plug this, but you know what? Let's look at some instructions. All right, let's see here. Tutorial videos, first use, and machine connectivity. Give me some of that right there. Hold on. All right, let's see here. Tutorial videos, first use, and machine connectivity. Give me some of that right there. Hold on. All right, so here's another thing I like that may seem like nothing, but they're hitting the details, okay? There's no fill line on your water reservoir here. That's a big deal, okay? To me, I think it's a big deal. It sucks when there's a fill line and maybe you are like, okay, I got the fill line situation figured out. This is where the fill line, I know to look for it. But then let's say your spouse goes to fill it up and you're like, hey, yo, you went past the fill line, and they're like, I didn't know there was a fill line. And if you've ever broken open a machine like this, you know that it matters, right? Whatever this level is how high it goes in your internal reservoir. And that can be a problem if you're overfilling it. And say if I never overfill past that line and if there's any buildup or anything like that, when someone else does fill past the line, you're now touching parts of the tank that are never touched, and that can be an issue, okay? So then what we want to do is the cleaning process. You want to take a good sized container, set it here. We're going to power it on. Hey, we're going to power on. There we go. When the light's steady, it's ready. That's what the video says. And so this is your unlock here. You can open the machine. Boom. That's neat. And then we're going to lock it in position, and we're going to push it 3 times within 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be a cleaning process. All right, so the video said this could take up to 7 minutes. I hope I put a big enough container right here. I think I did. I guess the way to make sure would be to fill up your container, then pour it in there. Then you know it's not going to overfill, but I think we're good. Looks like 2 cups on the dot. All right, so that was pretty easy. All right, I did want to show you, it does come with a serial number here. I'm a fan of keeping your serial number, even though once you register your machine via your Wi-Fi in the app, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just all over the place with the camera. I would suggest, tuck that bad boy on the back where nobody can see it. Keep your serial number. So that's something I didn't touch on. Download the app, and then the app will give you instructions on what to do as far as pairing your machine. Super easy. You're gonna, it'll tell you. It's super easy. Do that. You're gonna need the password to your Wi-Fi. So if you don't remember that, call your wife, call your husband. Hey, what's the Wi-Fi password? And then you'll run the cleaning process that I just showed you once it's all paired. Now this, we're gonna unlock this now because we want some coffee. So this right here, this reservoir, comes off pretty easy. All right, I stopped there for a second. My son came back in to get his leftovers. All right, so one thing that I'm big about is filtered water, okay? Tap water is not fresh water. City pipes can be bad. Your pipes can be bad. There's water main breaks that allow nastiness into the pipes, and they're not going to come make sure that those pipes don't carry that nastiness to you. Okay? I'm not a germ freak or anything like that. But dude, don't drink tap water. Not nowadays. You can say you drank from a hose when you were a kid and be like, well, we're fine. No, we're not, dude. Stop with that. Anytime someone says, I always did this and I'm fine, I'm like, you're not fine. Nobody's fine. All right, so we want to put, again, I love that there's not a fill line. Just put the water you want in there and do it. All right, now remember, we're going to turn this bad boy on. And the video says, when the light is steady, the machine is ready. It only takes like 30 seconds to heat up. So I'm going to use this pod here. This is a Columbia. It senses the pod, which is always a cool thing. It senses the pod. It knows what to do. It knows the fill level. We're just going to put that bad boy in there. Close it. Oh, a little pop. Turn it. Clink. This is all easily done one-handed. All right, it's 2025 and I ran out of storage space, so I had to go delete some stupid videos. All right, so here we go. When the light is steady, it's ready. Oh, sorry, I cut it back on because it took too long. Got my pod in, and then now I'm just gonna brew. Now this thing's a little loud, but I don't mind it. The reason it's loud is because it's spinning the pod and it's doing something cool, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be annoyed by everything that makes a noise. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the payoff is delightful. And I imagine it's probably going to be one of those things that you eventually like the noise because your brain associates it with a delicious cup of coffee that's being brewed. Look at this, man. Man, you don't get that out of a certain series of coffee machines. How cool is that? That looks good too. Oh. I used a big enough cup of coffee. Oh, I'm questioning it. Now you can always push stop, but I'm going to hold out and see what happens. I thought one of our concerns was going to be not making big cups of coffee, but that's looking good. I'm going to have to stop it. Now, oh, I think I got the perfect sized cup of coffee. Look at that. That's about to be real good. So I'm looking at my water reservoir. Look, 2 cups of this is about what you're going to get out of that reservoir, which is good. You want to miss us? You get your cup of coffee. You go about your day. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'll let you know if it tastes any good. See ya. Okay, whatever. I was just excited about the cup of coffee. Here's the thing. You also want to see what it looks like when I go to unlock it now. And I lift it up. We should see. Yay. It falls back into your little pod catcher. Boom. Here's your pod catcher. All right, I'm going to go ahead and dump this. But it looks like you could get a good handful. You could get through a couple of days. Oh, all right. So that's good to know. There's just some dino nuggies in the bottom. I'm not going to rinse that out. I am. I'm not going to want. We did a little paint game, me and the family and I. It was fun. Dishwasher was running last night when everybody decided to do late night snacks, so that side's full. Just explaining, because my wife, if she saw the video, would be mad. And then you see things like this. Look. My son's supposed to take out the trash, didn't have a trash bag in. So then stuff got sat here, puts in trash bag, doesn't take trash things into trash. All right, we're going to put that separate. Boom. All right, so there we go. We've got our little thing here. So let's remember, maybe you just dump this guy. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Then we're going to come back over here and we're going to set it back into the machine. Boom. We can close this bad boy. Okay, so you can close it unlocked. You kind of got to give it a turn to the right a little to open it. So when you close it, it's not going to stay popped open. Good looking machine. Even the noise was not annoying. Let's see what this coffee tasting like. You don't need to see me. Oh man, leave it to Nespresso to make some delicious coffee. And that's really the selling point of Nespresso for me. Machine, neat, right? It's cool. You put quality in the packaging, you put quality in the machine. Little details, love it. But the thing about Nespresso is it's delicious, man. It's delicious coffee that's not in a heated cup of plastic. And you can tell the difference. I'm telling you, Nespresso's quality of coffee for a pod coffee, unmatched. That's it. This is my first unboxing of anything. Hope you enjoyed it. This was the Nespresso Vertuo Pop Plus. You can see the little wetness here. Boom. So hope you have a blessed day. If you don't already, follow Yeshua. He's the only way to life eternal and life abundant. Hallelujah. Have a blessed day. All right, maybe this will be the last part of the video. But I got went a little gay with it and put pumpkin spice creamer of my wife's in here, and then some like pumpkin spice cold foam. Bro, this is, you put your pinky up with this. You got to release your pinky to drink this. Like, it's good stuff. If you want to be all weird about the fact I said I went gay, shut up. All right, gays, we can be homies. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna point you to Yeshua. He's going to change your heart, all that good stuff. But in the meantime, tween time, you guys be good with that coffee. Be like, ooh, girl, I'm going to put some spin on that. And that's what it ends up tasting like. And then people are like, maybe gay ain't so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Yeshua will change your heart. Keep making coffee. Have a blessed day. Love you.